Today we are talking all things hair and makeup and what that means, who's the scariest part of the bridal party as well. And doing hair and makeup in a tent with no electricity.
In the rain.
All loved up and ready to propose? Or maybe you're searching for the perfect wedding ring. My Jewellery Shop are your engagement and wedding ring experts. At My Jewellery Shop, it's your time to shine. Gold Coast Highway, Nobby Beach, and myjewelleryshop.com.au.
Moyra Major and Nikki Amos.
We pronounce you unfiltered. Welcome to We Pronounce You
Unfiltered.
Thank you so much for listening to us. If you do know someone who's planning a wedding, these podcasts have got some great little tips and tricks, and make sure you share it with them as well, which is always nice. You can email us. We'd love to hear your stories. And, of course, catch up on our show so far at wepronounceyou.com.au.
A big welcome to Elizabeth Tully, Kim Tibbles and The Quarter Hour, who have jumped on board with us on Instagram, as well as MJ, Hales Fox, cool name.
Very cool name.
Charlotte Leo Theodore, even cooler name.
Yes.
Outdoor Worlds on TikTok.
Okay, we've posted a stack of theme weddings on our socials.
So fun. So fun.
Oh, my God. Make sure you go and check them out. There's the Lion King one.
Yeah.
Yep. Upstaging the bride.
You didn't like that one?
No, I did not at all.
Halloween's going to be your next...
Yes. Halloween will be my renewal of vows.
Vow renewal?
Yes.
Squid Game for the weirdos.
For the yes. Actually had some further information about that Squid Game wedding. I heard through a friend that they still haven't paid their bill properly.
Ooh.
The bride and groom.
But how does that happen? Because majority of them collect their money prior.
And this is a big thing for a lot of people. If you are a vendor, make sure that you've got a contract.
Yeah.
That is basically, because I think they still haven't paid for a lot of it.
That was a
big one.
And especially the aesthetics of that as well when you saw those videos.
Absolutely. An interesting stat as well that we saw this week is how much the average Aussie wedding costs in 2026. So rather interesting. It costs between... Well, look at WA, 35,961.
Mm-hmm. NT is 33,750.
In South Australia, 34,888.
Would it surprise you to know that New South Wales was the highest with $42,322?
It didn't surprise me. Tasmania is the lowest on 25,423. Victoria, just under 40 grand, and Queensland... 32. 32,645.
We actually came in second lowest under Tassie.
That's so impressive, isn't it? All right, today we are talking all things hair and makeup, which is amazing, such a huge part of the day and a massive expense too as well. And really interesting for women who don't wear makeup, don't feel comfortable with it, never have their hair done, all that kind of stuff. It is quite interesting to me that sometimes grooms wouldn't recognise the bride when they come down because they look completely
totally
different.
Yeah,
that's the tears sometimes. They're like, who's that? Is that? Yeah, no, it is. We've been joined by Rosie Johnson from Makeup Palace here on the Gold Coast, and she's going to have a chat with us. Hello, Rosie.
Hello.
All right. Okay, so hair and makeup, so important.
Yes. And so early in the day.
Yes.
It's like it always blows my mind that you have to be there at a Sparrows Park to start that process.
I mean, although I'm not fully into the early.
No.
That's why we have a team, right?
Yeah,
so
good.
there's
Great.
I bring someone. I don't want to start at 3 a.m. No one wants that. No one's having a good time. I mean, 8 a.m. It's early for some people, but it's reasonable.
It's okay. Yeah. I do remember someone mentioning they wanted to have a dawn wedding.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I've had a sunrise wedding.
You've done a sunrise wedding?
So what time was the hair and makeup?
12:30 in the middle of the night.
No.
Yeah, but it was worth it. So she was having a hot air balloon, and it was going up as the sun was going up. So she needed to be in her car transporting her to the hot air balloon at 3:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
How spectacular, though.
Oh, it'd be amazing, but just not worth it in my mind. No,
not
seriously.
me, but...
No. I did breakfast radio for 10 years. There's no way I'm going to do that again. All right, so the team you have, you've got just a small team?
Yeah, just a small team. There's 5 of us at the moment. Yeah, and they're amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so how many, maximum do you take on a job? Do you take all 5 sometimes if there's...
If we have to.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be chaos, but yeah, if we have to.
Well, when you've got, say, these days too, the bridal
parties are huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, like if you've got 7 bridesmaids and the bride, you know,
Easy.
like
I mean, we will often have like a whole bridal party of 8 to 10 people, but there might be like 3 artists. So we just like get through them, churn them out, production line. No.
Yeah. And what's sort of the trends at the moment for 2026 when it comes to hair in particular? Let's start with hair because it always goes, remember the 80s? Oh, Rosie, you probably weren't even born then.
No. I
I was born in the 90s.
Oh,
but-
jeez. Okay,
Sorry.
90s was almost as bad as the 80s, but the 80s was something
80s
spectacular.
frizz and the
the
wave.
frizz
The
and just
frizz,
huge
You
bouffant.
literally just
Amazing.
do this with and rummage your hair out and just
Excellent.
let it
It's
fall
like
out.
you put your finger into an electrical socket and it all just went like that.
A
That
bit
was
of
the hair.
like Kath from Kath and Kim, maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
It's a vibe though.
It is a vibe.
I'm into it.
No, not that we need it, but anymore.
No, trends. I'm so excited actually because like I just feel that we've had 4 or 5 years of very polished and structured and, you know, modest and pretty, right? And now I just think that there's like volume and like high buns and like we're having a big blowout and it's like sexy and volume and like I'm into it. I love it.
Did you see Kim Kardashian at the Oscars?
No.
Okay, so she got voted worst hair, but because literally it looked like it wasn't done. It was just like, it was like she just blow dried it, or not even blow dried it, just put the hairdryer on it and then it just wet. Like, but this, I think, is the new thing.
Yeah.
It's the new messy kind of look that's coming in for that as well.
Yeah.
So to have that,
wicked
massive,
because I'm time poor. That suits me to an
We're on
absolute
trend.
G. We're totally on trend.
so that will also probably affect your weddings as well. So it's going to be a whole different look.
Yeah, but I'm into it.
Yeah.
I just think it's great.
And what about like veils versus flowers versus like tiaras? Because I don't know that I've seen many tiaras.
No.
No,
lately.
hardly
They're
ever get it.
done.
No,
Okay.
they're
Yeah.
done.
They're out.
Yeah,
They're done, okay. Yeah.
Once a year maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. But veils, yes, in, and flowers always in.
And
Really?
beads and sparkly.
Oh, the
like,
sparkly
yeah,
shit.
sparkly.
Sorry. Not the technical term.
I mean, maybe not like sparkly here, but definitely sparkly bodies.
Okay.
Like, you know, a lot of bronzing and sparkling and
That's another thing that's new is all the body,
The shimmer.
the body shimmer.
Yeah.
Like I was doing a wedding recently, and she had so much shimmer on her.
You blind.
I was like, wow. But also, she's like, "Don't touch me, Matt. You're going to get shimmer on your suit."
Oh my
And I was like, "No, you've got to touch each other." And it was and then someone else went, "What the hell's that?" And it was shimmer all over someone else's jacket, and I was like, "Oh my god."
okay, that's a little much.
I think she went a little too hardcore there as well. Okay, so veil's still in, still traditional in that regard. Anything that's new and funky that's coming through?
I think like we also went through a phase of just being like a bit afraid of makeup, and a bit afraid of like looking too much and going through a no makeup, clean girl sort of thing. And now I think I'm excited because like I'm a makeup artist. Like I love makeup. And so people are having like a bit of a bolder lip or like a
That
smokier
creation.
eye and
Yeah,
like I think they're just a bit less scared.
There was a bit of a nude movement there for a while.
Yeah.
How boring.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But more that natural look. you
Yeah.
know,
Like
rather
we're
than-
still into natural, but
Yeah.
we're like having a bit of fun with it. Which
Yeah.
is cool.
And colours?
Yeah.
Colours? In,
Not really.
Okay.
Not really colours yet, but I feel like it's going to
I
happen.
reckon it's
Yeah,
gonna
I think it's
come.
going to happen.
Yeah,
We
see,
weren't
that is
alive in the
the-
80s, but that's where colour came in.
Amazing.
Blue eyeshadow, everything
Yeah.
going on.
Well, trends always circle round,
They
right?
certainly
So,
do.
yeah.
What do you think looks best in photos when it comes to makeup? The dramatic look or like a bold lip or something like that? What do you think photographs well?
I think you've got to have a bit of balance. Like, just not get too trendy, you know, regardless of whatever is in trend, just focusing on like something that just shows up well, like a good bit of blush, a decent lip, nothing too nude, nothing too crazy, but just enough that it shows, but without looking like ridiculous and trendy.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to regret it in 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Yeah.
those photos do hopefully last a lifetime and hopefully your wedding does too, which would be a good start. Are there any rules when it comes to hair up, hair down with a veil? I mean, do you follow that kind of...
Because if you've got a high neck dress,
Yeah.
primarily they'd have the hair up to show off.
Yeah.
that, like-
Yeah, I mean, we make suggestions and say like, with this dress, this hairstyle would look great. But if they're like, oh, I always have my hair down, I just don't feel comfortable. I'm
Yeah.
not going to force you, you know? I just think you got to feel comfortable as well as look good.
Yeah.
And how many people actually come in with an idea of what they want versus you kind of suggesting what would be great for them?
I think most people have a rough idea. And then sometimes that idea is not what they think at all. Like I believe it's sort of the same with like bridal gowns. Like you sort of think, you know, I want this, this and this, and then you try that on and you do that trial.
Exactly that,
And then you think, actually, that's not what I want. I want something completely different. It happens all the time.
Depends on your face as well. And, you know, most of the brides are on some form of a weight loss experience leading up to their wedding.
So 80%.
80%, and their face changes, and therefore the style of their hair would change as well. What suits their face would change along that time. You recommend doing a trial?
Yeah, I do. I do get some brides that don't want a trial, or like they have to travel here and they can't have a trial, and that's fine. But I just think even if nothing changes from the trial, you're completely happy with it. Like at least you know what to expect on the day. You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No surprises.
And do you do the mother-in-law and mother of the bride as well?
Yes. They are they're the most terrifying.
Here is the stories. Have you had some interesting experiences?
Look, I like... like, you know, have you seen that thing on Instagram? It's like, I can't tell the difference between being chased by a bear or doing makeup for the mother of the bride.
No, but that's brilliant.
Sounds amazing though.
Basically, like I get a little bit of like, every time, still now, like after hundreds of weddings, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's going to hate me.
Wow.
But they're mostly great.
Yep.
Yeah, mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah, mostly.
Okay. Who's the worst one you've had? Or funniest?
In mother of the bride? Or?
Yes, mother. Let's start there.
Well, I had a mother of the groom.
Okay.
And my husband is like very opposed to me telling this story because he's like, this makes you look bad.
Bring it on.
But I think it's real, right?
Okay.
So this mother of the groom, I was forewarned that she would be difficult.
Okay.
And she was. So she just asked for her hair to be like soft waves, just beachy waves, nothing serious. And I did it. And she looked in the mirror and went silent.
Oh.
And she went, this is my worst nightmare.
Oh.
And I said, like, okay, that's fine. Like, how can I fix it? Like, what can I do to make this better?
Of the
right?
natural
like,
wave did I not
what
get?
did I not get here? And she's like, no, this is unfixable.
Oh.
I will have to go have a shower and wash my hair and do it myself. But I genuinely just didn't know what to say. So off she went, she had a shower and she did it herself. And I'm not joking. She came back and her hair looked exactly the same as the way that I'd done it.
Oh
she
my
just
gosh.
personally didn't like me, you know?
Okay. Just being a challenging client.
Did you have to do a makeup as well?
No.
Oh, thank
Thank
God.
goodness. Thank
Oh,
goodness.
can you imagine?
I would have quit that day.
But that obviously it's a very heightened situation on a wedding day, and you've got so much energy in that room. I still remember on my wedding day, I needed to leave because I could not handle all the hair dryers, all the this, all the everything that was going on, and building into that emotion as well. There would be a lot of people who would probably not act as they normally would in that situation.
Yeah. And I get that. And I totally get that people are stressed. Like, and I am pretty chill. You can be as stressed as you want. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Being rude is probably like too far, but I get that people are stressed and I'm fine with that.
Have you ever had a bride who was having second thoughts whilst getting her hair and makeup done?
Not verbally, but no, I have had.
When you feel the vibe.
When you get the vibe yourself.
I have had a very clear, like, gold digging situation, and she could not care less about the wedding that was impending. Yeah. It was very clear, which I was like a bit shocked by. I was like, surely you would try and hide that a little bit, but no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did she have bridesmaids with her as well?
Yeah.
And they were all talking about it openly?
Yeah, they were just, happy with the situation.
And was the wedding, like, guest list primarily hers? Like, if this gentleman's older, you'd probably think his mate's probably going, mate, don't do that.
I mean, it was a mix. Like, he was a happy participant. So I guess if all parties are on board, then it is what it is, right?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know. I imagine being that celebrant too.
Oh, could you imagine? You can tell, though, with a couple as well. You can tell. Have you done many males for makeup and hair?
Yeah, like a lot of straight and gay males. Like just because he's a straight male doesn't mean that he doesn't want a little bit of
No, that's right. And like, even skincare in general for men. Like my cousin gets his face needled and he's got beautiful skin. And I think men are probably taking more care of themselves than ever before.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I haven't thought about the fact that a groom would actually, well, I guess it could be makeup or whatever, because if they've got the photos, you want to be looking, you want your skin to be looking the absolute best.
Got, potentially damaged skin that they just want more flawless appearance of. That's right.
Yeah. More with Rosie and talking all things makeup. And what do you do when you find a pimple on your wedding day?
We're also going to discuss the don'ts, the things not to do on your wedding day.
Are you all loved up and ready to propose?
Do you know, Moisey, that finding a wedding ring as unique as your love is really hard to do. But, if you went down to my jewellery shop, they'd look after you.
They've got matching wedding rings. They've got the stunning engagement rings. They've also got a huge collection of rings, locally designed and made, perfectly cut diamonds, sourced from all around the world. And also they are GIA certified, which is pretty cool. Australian Argyle, lab-created diamonds. Pretty much, if you want a ring, this is where you've got to go.
Yep, absolutely. And they definitely look after the gents,
Oh, they do.
They do.
Some of the men are very clueless.
Yes.
They need as much help as possible.
Absolutely.
At My Jewellery Shop, it is your time to shine.
Gold Coast Highway, Nobby Beach.
And myjewelleryshop.com.au.
All loved up and ready to propose? Or maybe you're searching for the perfect wedding ring. My Jewellery Shop are your engagement and wedding ring experts. At My Jewellery Shop, it's your time to shine. Gold Coast Highway, Nobby Beach, and myjewelleryshop.com.au.
What's your best tip for a pimple on your wedding day?
Don't touch it.
Yeah, okay.
Don't touch it.
Yep.
Yeah. Let the makeup artist deal with it. Don't make a scab.
Because that's the thing. I mean, going back to my wedding again, one of the groomsmen had a punch on 3 nights before and had a black eye.
Oh, lovely.
So his wife had to put makeup on him because he had quite the shiner and didn't want it in any of the photos, which I can completely imagine.
Did it look right?
It looked fine.
Yeah.
He also did interesting things in the photo booth. But anyway, what about tattoo covering?
I do that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that a thing? Well, only because when you look at Gold Coast people, we are basically laden with tattoos.
Yeah.
So how many people actually, and whereabouts? Is it sort of neck and face, or is it more arms?
It depends. A lot of people are happy with their tattoos, happy for them to show, which is great. But I definitely have had people that maybe their family don't know about tattoos, or they've had a lifestyle change. They were a certain person at one point and they really don't feel like that person anymore, and they just want to feel like themselves on their day, and that is covering their tattoos. So yeah.
Or brides asking bridesmaids to cover tattoos, which has happened to a number of different people I know who've said, this is great, this is what you're wearing, and I don't want any of your tattoos in the photo. Yeah. So actually you had to wear body makeup to cover it because just not appropriate for the situation.
What they wanted in their photos. That's
maybe that happened to me.
Oh.
I actually had to cover a couple of mine up.
No.
Yeah, because it was just I love you, but I don't love your tattoos. And I was like, okay, cool, no worries, I get it. It's your day.
And so what do you worry about? Is this, okay, you have to enlighten me because I'm totally...
There's one on my back that I have, which, to be honest, it's now covered up because it did look like a cat's bum. And she asked to cover that. And I was like, you know what, I totally get that.
But does the makeup come off on your dress?
No, actually it did a little bit. Yeah. It did, but it was more so just coverage. And then I remember topping it up because her family was very traditional. So it was kind of one of those things where you didn't want to offend.
Yes.
And a lot of people still think that people who have tattoos went to jail. So, it's okay. But it did actually come off on my dress a little bit. Yeah. But then after the ceremony, it was fine. So that was okay. Yeah, but yeah.
And some of your most memorable moments, your absolute standouts.
Oh, I mean, this is not a moment, but I'm just a sucker. Any grandma that comes in with anything memorable or sweet or I'm like, pull yourself together here. You barely know this family. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a sucker in that way. But I definitely have some interesting weddings. a very long time ago, maybe like 5 years ago, I had a wedding that was in the back of the Gold Coast hinterland somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and it was torrential rain that day. Absolutely just like you couldn't see out the windscreen kind of rain, right? And so I had in my maps like the address of where I was going. Is that how you say address? Address?
Yeah.
Okay. I had in the maps where I was going, and I get there and there's like no building to be seen, and I'm just driving up and down this road in the middle of nowhere. Like I can't figure out where I'm supposed to be. Like this is just, am I going to get murdered?
Probably.
Like
You're going to get killed.
this is like I'm meeting a stranger in the
Yeah,
it was terrible. Anyway, I called the bride eventually and said, like, I can't figure out where you are. And she's like, oh, I've been watching you drive up and down.
Excellent. Thanks for ringing me and letting me know.
For the past 10 minutes. And so she's like, just turn left, go down the driveway. I was like, okay, no worries. Like, driving down the driveway. And I was like, oh, I see a house to the right. Like, is that you guys? She's like, no, that's not us. Keep driving till you get to the cars. So I was driving down to the cars, and my heart sunk because it's like torrential rain, if you can imagine. And there was 2 tents. Oh. No joke.
You ain't gonna say
2 tents set up in the mud.
No.
And that is where we were doing the hair and makeup for the wedding.
What?
Yes.
Wait. What?
Hang on. Where was she getting married?
Yes.
She was getting married at the location.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're
undercover?
No, but beside like a creek, right? It was. It would have been beautiful.
If
like
it
I
wasn't
felt bad for this bride.
Yeah.
It would have been stunning, but just torrential rain. And anyway, so I get there and I'm like pulling my stuff out of the car. And
is it going to fit in the tent?
crawling into this tent, no electricity. Oh. Yeah, and just on our hands and knees doing hair and makeup. But wait, it worked out fine. Like they had up styles, right? Like I can't do hair without electricity.
No,
so they had their
course.
hair up. Anyway, I got through all of them, was packing up, just about finished, and the celebrant calls and she goes, look, because of the weather, all of the roads are closed. I don't know if I'm going to make it. And I don't actually know if they had the wedding or not.
Oh.
Well, you left.
I left because I was finished. And I was like, my goodness, I hope I can get home if these roads are closed.
Yeah.
And I left, and I don't know if they ever had the wedding.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah.
When it is torrential rain.
We were talking about this with Tans, and she was saying that it is actually the celebrant's responsibility to call it off, but
You just have to move venue in that regard.
Yeah.
But if the celebrant can't get there, I remember in training they always say to have a card in the car, saying, hi, my name is Moyra Major, I'm a registered celebrant, I'm going to this wedding. If anything happens, here's my contact number. Oh, not my, but my next of kin.
Yeah.
And then always have a friend who's a celebrant to say, hey, Nikki, I'm doing this wedding here. But I just feel like you're tempting fate if you were to actually do that.
Yeah, I've never actually done that. Have you?
I don't want to do it because it sounds like it's
It's like you're saying to the universe.
Yeah, come and hit me. Come and get me. Yeah, definitely. When it comes to rain like that, what do you do with makeup?
Just pray.
No little clear shield.
Little visor over the top.
You should get those little clear visors that they can just whip off.
Good luck.
No, that they can whip off right at the time.
Right at the time, and then just goes.
It's not actually makeup. Like I'm not so worried about.
It's
Like
the
I
hair.
know the makeup's going to be fine. It's the hair.
Yeah.
Like, and when people are adamant that it's going to be out,
Yeah.
I can convince them as much as possible to put it up.
Yeah.
But if it's out, there's just no hope. There's no chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least you've warned them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you've done your job.
Yeah.
Is there a favourite product that you use? Not to endorse it without any form of endorsing, although we do take sponsorships. But is there a makeup that you would recommend for other people to use?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm such
Are you like a brand? You just love everything?
I love everything,
Yeah.
and anytime like something new comes out, I have to try it. Like I am like a makeup girl. Like I love it.
Yeah.
I always come back to Dior Backstage Face and Body, which sounds very fancy, but it's a big bottle and it works out kind of value for money. But it's my fave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
We've done all of the do's. What about the don'ts? Is there anything that you do not recommend?
Okay. I think I have 2 main ones because I'm always in the wedding morning, right? I see it all. So 2 things is don't invite anyone that's going to either get drunk or bring drama. Because that is going to ruin your morning.
Yes.
And also, don't plan to do anything the morning of your wedding. Like, don't plan to write your vows. Don't plan to pick up flowers. Because you think that you've got all this time and it just goes. And before you know it, you've got to be at the ceremony. Yeah.
Oh, God, I'd be praying for anyone who's writing their vows the day of.
I got a tattoo on my wedding day.
Oh.
Did you?
Yeah, I went and got my bridal hair done. And it happened to be next to, this is absolutely everything against what you've just said, right? I went and got my hair done by myself because I wanted to get out. Like I said, it was just too much. And then I had to go and get the money for the fireworks out of the Bank of Queensland, which was in Broadbeach. So I went and got my hair done, stopped at Broadbeach. My tattoo shop was next to it. And I walked in, he goes, what the f*** is with your hair? And I went, I'm getting married in like 3 hours. Can you do 4 letters for me? And he goes, yeah, okay. So he wrote my husband's name, Paul, on a piece of paper. He did it, and then out. Got the money for the fireworks, bought my wedding lipstick.
Wow.
And then went back to where I was getting ready. So really, I'm your nightmare.
Yeah, that's what I would not suggest to do that. Don't do that.
They're all the don'ts.
But look, it worked out and you got there.
It did, but I do agree it was a stupid decision. But yes, always good for a story though, which is nice. Oh, what about people eating during getting their makeup done?
Well,
because brekkie. But you also say no drinking. But that kind of goes hand in hand with that whole morning.
Yeah, the morning
champagne and things like that.
A couple mimosas, perfectly fine. But just don't be like, on the floor.
It's usually the bridesmaids who would do that. Usually it'd be one loose cannon in there is just doing shots while you're getting your makeup done. Because when
join us.
You stand so close to people as well when you're doing their hair and makeup. Yeah. It is one of those things if you're eating, like if you've had some Spanish onion and you're just breathing onto the poor makeup artist, just like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Or if they've gone and had a couple of durries and then come in.
Sure. You would absolutely encounter that though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and honestly, I'm used to it. And to be fair, no one smokes anymore, which is great for me because no one stinks anymore.
Yeah, so, and if they do, they just vape and they smell like blueberries.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is not so offensive.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rosie. Makeup Palace. Find it on Instagram.
Yep.
Website Makeup Palace.
Makeuppalace.com.au.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Rosie.
Thank you, Rosie.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, if you know someone getting married, share this episode with them. They'll be sure to appreciate the tips and advice at such a busy time.
And if you enjoyed the show, please take a moment to rate it on whatever podcast app you're using. Thank you. Share it on social media. Do all those nice things. It'll help us grow, which is nice.
Yeah, write into us. We really, really want to hear some of your more challenging moments.
Challenging. Disasters.
Please share with us. We want to hear it.
Catch you next time.
All loved up and ready to propose? Or maybe you're searching for the perfect wedding ring. My Jewellery Shop are your engagement and wedding ring experts. At My Jewellery Shop, it's your time to shine. Gold Coast Highway, Nobby Beach, and myjewelleryshop.com.au.
Woodwork Podcasts.